to collect stories since the time I was a child, and the altar is but a representation of some of those stories. My best effort at collecting the multicultural legacy of the farm worker movement. As most people know here, this land has been worked by Native Americans, African Americans, Japanese Americans, Arab Americans, Indian Americans, Filipinos, Latinos, pretty much every immigrant and forced immigrant population has worked this land. And so for them it was very difficult to communicate, and a lot of the growers believed it would be impossible to start a union with so many different voices and so many different languages present. But before I do this chant, I want to honor the legacy of Dolores Huerta, the co-founder of the National Farm Workers Association. Who also, so a lot of what I do is not just to show off this history, but to really debunk a lot of myths about progress in our communities. It is not up to individuals to lead things on their own or try to be huge leaders, but it is oftentimes the multiple communities, the women. It's not usually men, unfortunately, but as you hear the story, it's usually Cesar Chavez. My mother's story, my auntie's stories, my grandparents' stories have fallen to the wayside, and so this has inspired me to collect these stories. So I'm going to say a couple names in true farm worker fashion. Dolores Huerta taught me this idea. I'm going to say the name of a farm worker leader, and I'm going to ask you guys to respond by saying presente, which means that they are here with us today. And I might say the name of a couple other community leaders because this has, of course, inspired us to fight for liberation and justice in our communities. And so I want to say a few names before I get started with the chants, if you don't mind. Oops. Okay. Larry Itlion. Philip Veracruz. Pete Velasco. Dolores Huerta.
Presente.
Lorenzo Saludado.
Presente.
Petra Saludado.
Presente.
Amelia Cadena.
Presente.
María Saludado.
Presente.
Mike Ibarra.
Presente.
Helen Favela Chavez.
Presente.
Don Alan.
Presente.
Esther Urunday.
Presente.
Jan Peterson.
Presente.
And my sister Jane Lee.
Presente.
And then on the count of three, I want to invite you all to say the name of somebody in your life that has inspired you to take the mantle of organizing and to be a person that collects stories. Okay, so on the count of three, please shout out whatever name and we will all reply with the refrain present. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Presente. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I am a student of the movement. I call myself a student of solidarity. And with all those voices in the fields, they said that we couldn't organize. And so they came up, oh, by the way, this is my mom. I'm sorry, I was holding that picture backwards the whole time. This is my mom's Maria Saludado. But all these voices in the fields, and they didn't think that they could communicate. So they created what's called, a lot of people call it the unity clap. What's funny is I shared this with my tia, and she says, Miko, we call it the solidarity clap. I said, cool, that's even better. All right, so the solidarity clap starts out slow. It was a way for farm workers to communicate between fields, to signify the beginning of a meeting, to bring people together. I use this every day in my classroom as a middle school teacher to bring order to my classroom. And so it starts out slow, gets faster and faster, and at the very end, we say, there's a call and response in my culture, that when we say, se puede, it's a question, is it possible? And your response is to say, sí se puede, okay, which means yes, it's possible. And for the record, that was a quote by Dolores Huerta. Okay? A lot of people credit that to Cesar Chavez. Again, credit going to a male when it should be in the history books of a beautiful, strong woman, mother, teacher, awesome, beautiful. So we're gonna start the unity clap, and I'm gonna show you one version that I learned as a Chicano, as a son of a farm worker. Then I'm gonna show you the organizer version that my compas, that my kasamas at APAL have shown me. Okay, so I'm gonna teach both versions. So I'm gonna set this here, and we're gonna do the unity clap first, the solidarity clap first with the Si Se Puede. Okay, so let's try this together. Ready? Bring your hands out. 1, 2, 3. Version 2. Funny thing is, I looked for the origin story of this chant. I asked all my beautiful, badass organizer homies, can you tell me where this chant originated? And I got a multitude of different stories. But I'm going to share that what I compiled is that this was a chant that came from, this was an extension by the Filipino farm workers to the solidarity clap. They brought it from the Philippines, from the liberation movement, for the independence movement in the Philippines, and then they brought it to the fields, and they brought that and they added it on, and organizers and students and young people have taken and evolved the solidarity clap to include the Isang Baksak. Isang Baksak is Tagalog, and it translates as one down or one fall, in the sense of making progress, like one down. So like, we kicked out the Spanish, one down, Isang Baksak. Dalawa Baksak means two down. That means like one more step forward. And then Tatlo Baksak means three down. And there's 3 claps, okay? So we're gonna do the unity clap again. And then this time at the end, I'm gonna say, Isang Baksak, and you clap once. And I say, Dalawa Baksak, clap twice. And then Tatlo Baksak, and you clap 3 times. Can we do that? Yeah. All right, let's do this together, my beautiful community. Thank you so much again. Let's try this out. Ready? Isang Baksak, Dalawa Baksak, Tatlo Baksak. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. And the last thing I want to leave you with is a chant that they used to use on the picket lines. Filipinos would use the Tagalog community in AAWAA. And I'm gonna be over there by the altar if folks have questions or would like to learn a little bit more. But my mom told me that one of the chants that they used on the picket lines was the Mabuhay chant. And so Mabuhay translated means, in a sense, kind of like in Spanish we say que viva, which means long live. Mabuhay, roughly translated, means something similar. It also means like may you live. Okay. So the way that the chant goes is very simple. It's not call and response. It's just we're gonna keep doing it together, and we're gonna feel the rhythm together. Okay. So it's very simple. It goes Mabu, Mabu, Mabu. Hi, hi. Mabu, Mabu, Mabu. Hi, hi, hi. Mabu, Mabu, Mabu. Hi, hi, hi. Mabu, Mabu, Mabu. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you so much for your continued dedication to this work. Thank you to all the artists who are expanding our concept of what it means to be a contributor to this planet. Thank you very much. It's been a beautiful event so far, and I look forward to meeting more of you. Thank you again, Diana.